Today's episode is brought to you by Antonio Pagan Wrestling, also known as APW. Today we'll be starting the first episode of the 3 series because it's so long it's really hard to come back. Until then, hope you enjoyed this video for the origins of NWO. Hey guys, what's up? This is APW. Thank you for joining APW Talk. Today we're going to be talking about the origins of NWO, Part 1, the story of the outsiders, and the third man. So let's get started, shall we? It all started long ago in WCW. Scott Hall came out of nowhere into the crowd saying, "Hey, yo, we're going to take over WCW, man. This company is going to see something we've never seen before. And I'm not the only outsider around here. There will be a man joining by my side. So therefore, Chico, it's gonna be a good time, man." What no one knew was it was a mysterious member. You see, Scott Hall was successful in WWF, but his contract got denied and came to WCW to start a new page turn. And that's what Scott Hall wanted to do with his life. And as you all know, Scott Hall was successful as Intercontinental Champion, successful as the man who we know as Razor Ramon. May you rest in peace, Scott. You are one of the greatest wrestlers. You're definitely on my top 5 list. So we'll never forget you, Chico. We'll miss you, and we'll always remember you. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. Scott Hall said that he had another surprise. Eric Bischoff, who was running WCW, was like, "What is this guy talking about? Who is he talking? What is his game?" And Scott Hall's like, "This is no game, bro. This ain't no game. I'm being serious, man." And you know, with this toothpick, which I have right now, is how he talked all the time. So I'm not going to put the toothpick in my mouth all the time because I got some water to drink. Because my voice gets dry. So that's why you see me drink a lot. So he be, this is a time for us, man. Time for me and my partners to run WCW. And that's what they did. And there was a broadcast one time that Eric Bischoff was like, to Scott Hall, "Who is this guy you're talking about?" Everybody wanted to know. And what better man than Diesel? That's right. I'm talking about Shawn Michaels' assistant, Diesel. Diesel's real name was Kevin Nash. Just like Scott Hall, his contract with WWF also got denied and went to a new level. And that's how everything started out for them. So therefore, a team that was really hard to find perfect members. You couldn't miss out on something like that. NWO is too sweet, baby. It's too sweet. And this team was known as the Outsiders because there was only 2 of them. They were the Outsiders because they were rejected by a business. They're starting a new one. And now, the next thing we know, they're running WCW. But the business WCW wasn't liking what these newbies or outsiders were doing. So it was at Bash at the Beach. A match. Macho Man versus Scott Hall and Kevin Nash. Things were going down for Macho. Things were not going good for him. And yet they kept talking about a third man. And as soon as that match goes, people are like, "Who's the third man? Maybe he'll show up at Bash at the Beach." Because Bash at the Beach is like SummerSlam, but only in WCW. And then The immortal Hulk Hogan, who was famous with WWF, wasn't really good in WCW. He represented the business, but wasn't really a big name like he was in WWF in the 80s and 90s. So therefore, here comes Hulk Hogan, brother. Nash and Hall don't know what to do. Everyone's excited on their feet. Yes, Hogan is gonna teach the outsiders a lesson as he gets into the ring. Looks at Savage. Leg drop on Savage. Everyone's like, what the heck is going on? Did he just leg drop Randy Savage? But Randy Savage, Chico, saw that one coming. No one saw that, but he did. And people kept asking what was going on. Scott Hall pinned Savage, match is over. And people are owed an explanation. And Hulk Hogan said, let me tell you something, brother. I'm not a big name here in WCW. And they kept talking about the third man. And then they're going to find out who the third man was. And that third man was me, brother. But why? Why was he the third man? Because Hulk Hogan's career was rising on top at WWF, but wasn't noticeable in WCW. And what better way to be represented than betraying a former ally and a businessman? Every company has a standard. And for that standard, Hulk Hogan decided to turn heel. And to be honest, that was one of the greatest moments in his career. That makes him a two-time Hall of Famer. His own solo career induction and part of the NWO induction. But how did NW begin? I'm going to tell you that in the next episode. Until next time, this is APW. Thank you for joining APW Talk. Click that subscribe button. Click that notification bell. Until next time, new world order. For life. Too sweet. Peace out.